Town. What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And guess what? It's Women Rock Wednesday. It is Women Rock Wednesday, and of course, on Women Rock Wednesday, we love to talk about the accomplishments and something that has to do with a woman, some kind of way. The women take over the Facebook feed. The women are the only ones people that can be in the starting five on Wednesday. It's just it was a tradition started a long time ago. We used to have a guest college coach who happened to be a woman, Sonia Sampson now, T Buckets, and she used to and then she start having babies, and guess what? She had to and go take care of her family, and Jimmy and I kept the tradition because hey, I got five sisters, and a daughter, so of course we're gonna keep up with the tradition. So Women's Rocks Wednesday, it's our starting five today. Mindy Collins. Let me get these guys out the way. Mindy Collins, Tiffany Saunders, Jessica Brooks, Madonna Johnson. Hey, Madonna, where you been? I guess you found us. And Sonia Billingsley. And my sixth woman of the day is Lori Dawson is in the building. Yes, she is. Yes. Oh, I see everybody else. Oh my goodness. They got, let me see, Axon Fowler. We got Kim Jackson in the building. Who else we got? Tyandra Holmes in the building. Then hold up. Tawanda Williams White is in the building. B. Scott is in the building. Y'all know I'm gonna look out for the ladies. Y'all, hey, and if you see my background today, those are 4 or 5 other Tuskegee Airmen. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, everybody who served in the armed forces. And I was thinking about them today. It's a tribute to the men and women who defend, who defended and who defend our people while in uniform, wearing a U.S. Uniform in the U.S. military. A big thanks to y'all, man, the veterans and their families, and the sacrifices made throughout this country and history. The debt we owe can never be fully paid. And I just want to let you know that's how I feel about Jimmy. I'll be on shortly. We're waiting on him, but it's Women Rock Wednesday. We got special guests today. We got Naya Linscomb, and we got Rasheed Floyd. Ready to love. I think they call it's a reality show. It's sort of they matchmaking. They put them all in a secluded resort, and said they all gonna find love. They put some women and some men together on a resort, and then they vote you off the island, like they vote you off the resort or whatever. It's a great concept. It's hosted by Houston's own a nephew Tommy, and it's interesting. The Chop Shop are expanding and doing things like this to bring this our community, y'all. So it's a great thing that we able to a shout out to those people. Yeah, shout out to the veterans. Yeah, I did that already. And then I want to wish a happy birthday to Pilot Barrington Irving. Go look him up, who made history by becoming the first Black person and the youngest person ever to fly around the world on a solo flight. It's his birthday today. But I was thinking about some, y'all, today. And last night, I was thinking about it. I've been reading and studying a little bit. And I saw this movie on Netflix called Queen's Gambit. We had a great guest, John Lucas, yesterday. John got me to thinking. Thank you again, John Lucas. Powerful. It's going to be powerful today also. But if you didn't go see that yesterday, John Lucas was unbelievable. and he has more, but he can't give it to you all in one setting. But I was watching Netflix and I watched this movie called Queen's Gambit. And I don't want to give it away if you haven't never seen it. Amazing movie, amazing series. Short series though. It's just one. I binge watched it all the way through. Young chess genius, a young girl, but she's a prodigy. And what was so unique? She said some chop shop in Boom Boom Room. She said something. She said, "Why can't we beat the Russians?" All us Americans around here talking about. She said, "Why can't we beat the Russians?" And the guy, one of her friends, or one of her guys who she played chess against. Let me turn that music off. He said some key. He said, "The reason we can't beat the Russians because they work together to win." Check this out now, Sonya. She asked, "Why can't we beat the Russians?" Because she was whooping everybody in the United States. So she lost to the Russian. Or she over there playing around one night. I don't want to tell you the movie. I'm sorry, smack myself. And she could have beat the guy. But this Western civilization over here, everybody want to do it alone. She's a genius, but everybody want to do it alone over here. But over there, you got the grandmasters. You got the grandmasters helping the other grandmasters because they helping each other to make sure they get better. Over here, we always want to go solo. You follow me? I want to be the king. I run this. I. So I'm sitting there saying, it made me think, it gave me a pause. So what I thought about, she was in this intense match with the greatest, the Russian grandmaster, Borgov. She was in this, heated match. She was getting at him now. Guess what he did? He paused in the middle of the match. "You can stop." He said, "I resign." He resigned. You know what guess what he went and did, y'all? He went and consulted with his other guys and said, "Man, how I'm gonna beat this little girl?" He went and consulted. She was a genius operating solo. This grandmaster said, "I resign. I'm gonna hold up a minute. What's up, Rick Wilmore? I'm gonna go. Y'all got to follow me here, Chop Shop. Y'all got to follow. I'm going somewhere with this. In order for us to win, man, we're gonna need a team. I told y'all we got to get together civically. Even our sphere of influence of the Chop Shop. I told you we got brilliant people that's on this show, that's on this feed. But we need to have what they have. And I think this family that we have, the Boom Boom Room, that we've created here, we got a powerful family, and we're going to need all hands on deck. We're crowdsourcing right now and don't even realize it. This is going to be the way in the future, y'all. They thinking, let me help y'all out. In the future, this is how they're going to start doing education. Yes, it's Women Rock Wednesday, but I'm giving these women some food for thought today. Right, well, this is going to be the way future of our education. Instead of paying those nominal fees at college, you're going to be able to get it like this, like you've been getting, like the Zoom and those platforms are expanding, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to some people in them spaces. They're expanding. One of the roles, y'all, I found out, one of the roles of a teacher is inspiring others to teach themselves. Individuals don't defeat institutions, y'all. The collectives are not defeated by individuals, no matter how brilliant you are as an individual. Yo, I was thinking about it. We might not, What if we go our rest of our lifetime have to wear this mask? It's this kind of stuff, this visual, this space right here, this space is going to become powerful. And we just got to understand the power. Yes, we're going to enjoy ourselves. Yes. But that's why every day I try to give you something that let's not just treat this just like that's just Robert and Jimmy on. If you read these emails that I be receiving from people that we've helped, you'll understand the importance of this platform. And you, when we tell you to share, be intentionally when you share, be intentional when you subscribe, means a whole lot. But happy Women Rock Wednesday today. Y'all know that Women Rock Wednesday is sponsored by the Institute for Arts and Academic Leadership and Athletic Excellence. Coach Leah, you go to them, I must roll it across the screen. Coach Leah, you know, I think it's www.coachleah.net, but I'm gonna roll it across the screen. It's just y'all need to check this kind of stuff out. Think about it. Think about the name. It's the Institute for Arts and Academic Leadership and Athletic Excellence. Coach Leah, she's been a guest on the show. She's a contributor, always coming on Wednesday, Women Rock Wednesday, and she always contributed on the Boom Boom Room. She said, "No, I want to do something on Women Rock Wednesday. I want to sponsor Women Rock Wednesday." So guess what? And that's what. But I'm gonna flash it across the screen. Matter of fact, I can do it right now while we're talking. But y'all, this the kind of stuff that we got going on, man. We are more powerful. Yeah, the latest rock. I got hold up now. I got some for these ladies now. Oh, I got some Women Rock Wednesday stuff for y'all. Hey y'all, what's going on with the Texans? This Women Rock Wednesday, right? Let me show y'all what the Texans just did. The Texans fired VP of Communications Amy Pausick, telling her she is no longer a cultural fit. It's a woman now. I don't know who Amy is, but it's Women Rock Wednesday. Pollock was the first and only woman to have a full PR responsibilities for an NFL team. In this climate, the Texans just fired this lady. She was the winner of the 2017 Roselle Award for the best PR staff. She is widely respected around the league. And the Texans fired her. Y'all gonna have to help me. Jimmy, I think Jimmy's here. Y'all gonna have to help me with that one. Jimmy, come up in the screen a little bit. Amy Pat, y'all take a look at your Texans. I have the faintest idea of what's going on with these Texans. But I got another women topic for you. Yes, Mindy, your Texans. Sydney Barber will be the first black woman to serve as U.S. Naval Academy Brigade Commander. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Barber, she's a Lake Forest, Illinois, from Lake Forest, Illinois. She's a mechanical engineering major and aspires to commission as a Marine Corps ground officer, according to her release. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm not familiar with the military, but me just researching, I want y'all to go look her up. This is for y'all to look up. Sydney Barber. Check her out. Y'all got to realize why this is so significant. Because you remember early in the year, she wasn't the first black woman that made history. Early in the year, I told y'all about Lieutenant Madeline Swagel. She became the first U.S. Naval female tactical fighter. She was a Top Gun girl. These women ain't playing, Jimmy. I mean, let me tell y'all something. You know, we got a vice president as a woman. You know, went to HBCU. The HBCU's balling. I mean, everybody. Hey, man, we ain't got to put the women down. Man, we just got to stay on top of our game, man. But Jimmy, what's going on, man? But thank you to the Institute of Arts for Arts and Academic Leadership and Athletic Excellence. They call it ALAX. www.coachleah.net. Check it out, y'all. That's our sponsor on Wednesday night. Women Rock Wins. A woman is a sponsor on Women Rock Wins. I think that's great. What you got, Jimmy? What you got? No, today is Women Rock Wins.
Man, it's Women Rock Wednesday. I'm up in this thing. We got a whole. This is, I guess, part 3 of 4-part series of the week of booming on the Chop Shop. But you guys, you just tune in for the first, and you're a first-time viewer, or if you're a regular and just forgot, let's go and start this hour off right and just share the show right now. Let's share. I want to join you. I'm gonna do it right with you guys. That way you're not alone. We have a mass sharing right now. I just shared the show. Share it to your timeline. Share it to your friends, your groups. Also, shout out to our people over in the YouTube portion section of the Boom Boom Room. And I see Rod Wells is up in that joint. I see Jeremy Davis, Wesley Yates down in Beaumont, Martin Vaughn, Frankie Paul, Jessica Brooks. I see y'all, Kim Jackson up in that joint. Dr. Newsom is up in there. They all flowing up in there. Guess what? Got 2 sections. That's actually the YouTube is really like that's like a backstage pass.
They got it going on.
Because on the YouTube feed, their phones can ring. It don't interrupt the show if they're watching. You know, they can get text messages and reply, and the show won't go off. Sometimes you guys, depends on your settings on Facebook. You know, your phone ring, you got to go answer it. You got to come back in. Not my folk over in YouTube lane. Shout out to all of them. Also, now speaking of Women Rock Wednesday, I will get shout down into the depths of Southeast Texas, the country. I'm talking about down there where they got the red dirt. I don't even know why they have detail shops in the country. You can't keep a car clean no more than a couple of hours because that's traction and that smoke and residue from all of that red dirt that dusts up down there. But here, how about this lady down here, guys? Johnny May Harris Allen. And many of you guys may have heard of her. Guess what? Johnny May, Miss old Johnny May Harris Allen. And she was acknowledged by the PVIL. And in case you guys are wondering, the PVIL is the original league where all of the blacks played in during the high school and the public schools in the state of Texas. It was called a PVIL. Also, more appropriately known as the Prairie View Interscholastic League. That was the Negro League before the UIL came and integrated in 69 and merged those schools and allowed them to play together. Miss Johnny May Harris Allen, I got some stuff on Miss old Johnny May. One thing I liked about it, I was reading her bio, she was on the usher board. So with a name like Miss Johnny May Harris, that's sister. So it means she was on the usher board. She's sister Johnny May Harris Allen from down in Rowe High School, right? And she played hoops, ran track, right? She was an usher and a lifelong member of the Dixie Missionary Baptist Church. She served in the usher board and everything else for over 50 years. That means the hospitality food. That means the people that put the food together out the church, made those little plates in the styrofoam, the food in the styrofoam plates and all that out, and the cookies in the little old Ziploc bag. Well, it wasn't no Ziplocs back then. They put them in a little plastic bag and fold them over one time. You grab them, pick them up the wrong way, the cookie gonna fall out on the floor. And that's Miss Johnny May Harris Allen. And so she was a hooper down there. And for those people down in the Jasper area and a part of Southeast Texas, want to give a shout out to her. And from back in the old school days in the 60s, she was one of the top hoopers to come out of that area. So I went and dug one out of the mud for you guys on that. Shout out to Southeast Texas. Now
you sure did. Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
Got one out the mud on that.
Okay.
And so now speaking of today, of course, we got a couple of guests going to join us today, and it's going to be a real intriguing conversation. Guys, both guys and gals. Yeah. You got a treat for you gals.
Yeah.
because it's Women Rock Wednesday.
Yeah.
We got a single man coming on this thing. Guys, we got a single woman coming on this thing. I'm talking about one of them women
But
that put
everybody
the
on the
baby
feed is
on.
married, Jimmy. So all they can do is, most of them people on that feed is married. So we just got some interesting topics and some interesting young people that we gonna look at. We ain't come on, Jimmy. We got most of these people married, man.
No, it's a lot of them that ain't married.
No,
A lot of them ain't married.
but they got about 12 girls on the side. I mean, most of these guys, come on, man.
A lot of them ain't married. And guess what?
Martin Vaughn,
For the ones that ain't married,
you go Martin Vaughn, not me. hey, I'm trying to help. Let me tell you something. Married men, I'm with y'all, man. I'm not gonna let y'all get in trouble, man. Not on my watch. I got y'all. Jimmy, and you got to realize, every time I come on this show, I know I got Mindy Collins watching me. So I got the first lady watching me. I can't be too crazy. So y'all rein me back. Anytime I get too far, I just see that name Mindy, and then I straighten up. So I'm good. So what else, Jimmy?
Now, of course, we got a lot of news. We got some NBA topics that we can slide on through. We had high school basketball action tipped off among the private school ranks around Greater Houston last night. We can talk about that, guys, coming up if you like before the guest comes on. And speaking of high school basketball action, rcssports.com. On the website, the VIP news is updated every morning. We have a detailed recap from the game last night, and pretty detailed based on and in regard to legacy versus level up. Also, we have other recaps about some public school scrimmages around the area. But we have breaking news for you guys on the Chop Shop right now, and we will give that to you because that's what you get when you're in the boom boom room. You get a chance to get some breaking news, and that way now it'll encourage other people to get there along with you to get some of the news of the day that might be breaking. Here we go. Saturday, Yates versus Crosby. That game is, we mentioned the other day, that it was open up the regular season for both schools. Okay, here's the deal. That game was to be played at Delmar Fieldhouse, right? The game now has been moved back to Yates High School. And understand something. Here's the thing, and it makes sense. In case you missed it over the weekend, in the greater Houston area, the local news waves were flooded with a story stemming from Crosby, Texas, specifically a student at Crosby High School. Now, the student has not been charged. He's not been arrested. But this student made what appeared to be allegedly a death threat to the president-elect. This student had guns, showed guns, and did a call to action for people to come and join him in an effort to allegedly assassinate the president-elect. It's called him out by name. This is a white kid. And once again, the investigation is still ongoing, but still nothing has been done. So in a precautionary move, HISD is saying, wait a minute. We don't need our grounds, our facility to be a prime focal point of this young man possibly carrying out his mission. And the mission meaning that if I can't get the president, that means you're possibly upset as a result of the election, then you know what? I'm gonna get some of these people that helped the president, my president or his president, so to speak, lose the election. And that means, so we don't just kind of painting the innuendo there. So HISD decided to move the game that inform Yates. You're moving the game back to your campus, which means if you're moving the game back to Yates High School, then something kicks in. It goes up under the already mandated house rule for HISD. Every non-district home game will be played with no spectators. So that means these kids, the safety of the kids. Guess what? How do you know? Anybody out there in crowd, I know it might sting a little bit like a shot. You might be upset. You might be concerned about that. But guess what? How do you know this young man that ain't trying to load up his truck with his partners and say, you know what? They don't hear us. First of all, to some of his peers, he may be looked on as a hero. You made a threat, allegedly, against the president-elect. You had the federal agents come to your house. You had to come and talk to you. They didn't do nothing to you. Man, you are a hero. They might throw a salute to this young kid. Who knows? So guess what? They might say, guess what? I'm untouchable. You know why? Because the sitting president told us he got our back. He called us good patriots. So now, Crosby can assure that this young man was not planning, possibly, to make another appearance. So Yates, I applaud the decision from HISD. I give him props for the reason behind it. Because a lot of people want to see this Crosby team and this Yates team get it on. But smart move, HISD. Really smart move. That way, let this stuff cool out because the investigation, once again, is not completed. Now, if Crosby wants this thing to go...
Wait a minute. You mean to say this kid made a threat to the president of the United States and you're saying he did nothing happen to him?
Nothing. Look it up. Y'all guys, one of you guys may in the Boomer Room, can y'all post the link? Because the story is out there.
Interesting.
One of you guys, help us out, Boomer Room. You guys are there. I know you guys can go get it. Help us out and post the link. It was on all of the local news channels about the Crosby High School student. And it shows him brandishing the weapons. First of all, a weapon that we know that he's not old enough to get on his own. So he's in possession of a firearm. Looks pretty comfortable around with that firearm on that video as well. And Mindy says that they sent him home for the day. How about that? Yeah, sent him home for the day.
Jimmy, some ain't right about that. But and I'll tell you later. But we'll talk about it later because you can't make a threat. I mean, it's just, but some going on there. But I know we got to take a break. We got to take a break. I hear Jimmy, turn your volumes up. Check your volume up over there especially before these guests come on your thing. So, but Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute. Boy, that's interesting. Oh my goodness. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Jimmy will be broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Jimmy, you just sent me that alarming video. I mean, wow. That's all I can say. But Jimmy, this something. Y'all, they might ain't nothing done to him. But let me tell you something. The Secret Service is watching him, his mama, and his daddy, and everybody who got something to do with this. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. You might think he didn't got off scot-free. They watching him. So that's all I can say. They watching him. But happy Women Rock Wednesday. Hey, Latrice Hughes. Hadn't seen you in a while. But what else we got? What's the next topic, Jimmy? Thank God for HISD. I'm glad they acted on that quickly and did what they need to do. So awesome.
You mentioned the Secret Service. Now I want to remind you, they have Secret Service has already paid a visit to reportedly to the young man and interviewed him. The local district attorney in Harris County, in Harris County. I'm quite sure, is Crosby Harris County?
I don't care where it is, Jimmy. I don't care if you're on the moon. All of that. I don't care if you're on the moon.
It's Crosby Harris County. Some guy, because when we on a delay on our feed, then, and I'm curious, but anyway, one of the local district attorneys that governs Crosby claimed there was no crime committed. Okay. And in the video, the young man, well, I'm sorry. See, that's the thing. We got to get, you know what? For years, they've used certain
the damn thug, like they call us,
code words, to identify our young men when they are suspects or in the investigation for a crime, for possible crime. They call them thugs. Why are we so reluctant to call them thugs? And when we do, we gotta. It's almost like the comedian who did the monologue on Saturday Night Live the other night. What's his name? Heather?
Dave Chappelle.
Like Dave Chappelle said, we got to put a punchline behind certain things when we're telling the truth. It's okay as long as we put a punchline behind it. But this thug said he called to assassinate the president. He said, "Where all my Trump followers at?" It's a call to action. He brandished two semi-automatic rifles. Two of them. So,
and Jimmy, I heard your homeboy, he's gonna resign or either get fired up there at Wichita State.
You say homeboy?
Yeah, Greg Marshall.
No, he's not. Greg Marshall's not my homeboy. You must have got our last conversation we had on Greg Marshall. I quote myself. I said, "I don't give a damn about no Greg Marshall." Now, you remember me saying that? So that I think I might be the only person on the front of a microphone that's ever said that about Greg Marshall. So that lets you know right there. I'm probably the only black man that's ever got in front of a microphone and said, "I don't give a damn about no Greg Marshall" in a public forum. So that can't be homeboy territory right there. And at the same time, you make choices, you got consequences. And there we go. So so in that scenario, they investigated several players, and they found that there was a systemic pattern of a lot of misdoings, including verbal abuse. Well, I would call it verbal assault that's possibly been committed by the coach. And he's expected to be let go. He's been there about 13 years at Wichita State, and the winningest coach in the history of the program. And Stacey Houston say he must don't buy the program. Yes, Wichita State subscribed to me. See, that's the thing, Stacey. When you comfortable, you can say I don't give a damn about you, and you're still going. It's business. They're not paying.
But you did say you tried to paint a picture that a guy came back to the program. So that meant, and I was trying to explain to you, that don't mean nothing because a guy came back to a program. Some people like their oppressors. And then I mentioned the Stockholm syndrome to you. But you was like, well, we got guys that came back to his program. That don't mean he wasn't abusive.
No, that wasn't the issue. What I was saying, I was letting you know that it was a guy. The guy that came back was from Houston High School, Travis High School. So that made significance of the act that of everybody that flew the coop. The kid from Houston went back to that. So that's the battered spouse syndrome, not necessarily the Stockholm syndrome. I call it the battered spouse syndrome, as in domestic violence. When something happened and you come on back, baby, it was my. I'm sorry for beating you like that. But guess what? You can't be rolling your eyes at me like that. You gotta have my food warm. You made me do that, baby. And so then you come on, give him a hug, and they say, "Okay, I'm coming on back." So the thing was that was a call to action to the people in Houston who had an opportunity to lure him out. Let him go back. So that means charges and consequences. Charges and consequences. Now, guess what? It's a new day at Wichita State. And that news will soon drop. And hopefully we will keep you guys posted on who will be the interim head coach.
I just saw something just popped on my screen. ESPN radio host Dan Le Batard was blindsided by the producer layoffs. I don't know if y'all know, ESPN made a whole lot of layoffs.
Yeah, we talked about that layoffs last week. In general,
he said, "Look here, I'm hiring him back, and I'm gonna pay him out of my pocket." Dan Le Batard got it like that. Now, hold up, now that's when you got it like that. ESPN, I don't care what you say, I'm bringing him back, and I'm paying him out of my pocket. Wow, I like that, Dan Le Batard. I didn't like Dan Le Batard, but guess what? I like that, Dan. I don't even watch Dan Le Batard, but I like that. I like that. I mean, it just popped across from the screen. A man said he hired this person right back. I haven't seen that. Yet. In the industry yet. So it's okay. Yeah, but I just wanted to throw that out there, y'all. What else you got, Jim?
Yeah, I mean that's a good move. I mean, in time that's a boss move. I don't really watch that show per se much at all, if any. And but that is a boss move. That's applaud, kudos to Dan Le Batard for stepping out on the plank and taking care of his people in such fashion. Just pay attention. Maybe that would maybe incentivize more people in the business to maybe do similar things if they're faced with similar dilemmas or decisions to make. Also had the NBA news. Who in the hell is the coach that the Oklahoma Thunder just hired? Ooh. The Oklahoma City Thunder waited all this time. Their G League coach.
Yeah.
G League coach.
Yeah. Been in their program for a while. And they just wanted to hire within.
How you pronounce his name, Al?
Jimmy, I didn't even look at his name. Somebody sent that message to me this morning. I started to reply to it. I said, look here. Then I thought about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I mean, his name is Dagonaut. Dagonaut. Yeah, Dagonaut, whatever his name is. His name Mark Dagonaut. And hey, something. Hey, guess what, Jimmy? He had the better sale. Yeah, but I don't know if it's a bad hire or not. I think they're gonna rebuild. I think Chris Paul is gone. Gallinari is gone. All their top veterans are gone. They're gonna rebuild with this young guy, I guess. You know, so that's unique. That's a unique hire. And I haven't nobody said anything to me about it, but just me. Y'all got to realize that's one program, OKC, that I've never liked, that I've never supported. Even I just never like. I don't like Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm nothing against Oklahoma. That's just not a city that Robert Hatter said, hey, man, I'm finna go to Oklahoma, Jim. I don't know what you talking about. Or meet me in Oklahoma. So, OKC, I expect that out of them. And it's unique. I don't know nothing about Mr. Dagonaut. Mr. Dagonaut might come and surprise y'all, Jimmy, over here. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Man, what's your over and under for the Oklahoma City Thunder making the playoffs? How many years? What year before they make the playoffs again?
You know what? I got to see what left with what they're gonna have left.
Well, you know what's not gonna be there. That's the whole thing. First of all, you know what's not gonna be there. So what do you? I think the over and under right now for the OKC Thunder to make the playoffs would be the number. Over and under would be 4 years. Over and under. Before they make the playoffs again in the NBA. You have to realize how many teams are getting better. And I mean, you know, that first of all, it's 5 to 6 teams they're not even in another different lap around the track. Both LAs, Golden State, right? And you come over to Denver, right?
Why is it taking you so long to say the Rockets?
Hold on, Rockets got some furniture they about to move around. Hold on.
I don't care.
Hold on.
If they move one piece, if they move one piece,
Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
The Dallas Mavericks. That's 6.
Man, what if Clay Bennett said, man, I'm gonna sell the team. Y'all can go back to Seattle. Somebody buy the team and take it back to Seattle. That would be a good reason to happen.
You saying that's gonna happen?
Nope. I'm just saying. Dude, let me tell y'all something, man. Them billionaire problems to me. Hey, that's billionaire problems to me. I think it's unique. But no, I've never heard of this guy. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how much I cared about it. I didn't even call nobody to ask him about him because there ain't nothing I can do about it right now, y'all. So I'm going to let them call me about it because I don't care about OKC. Read my lips. I don't think anybody has ever came on a show and said they don't give a, what you said? I don't give a damn about OKC. I just did. I don't care. Russell Westbrook ain't there. I don't care. So now, what's the next one? 'Cause I had something too. What's the next one? Because I guess we'll be coming short.
The next one, of course, is I told you guys it was going to be a matter of time before stuff start to leak and seep on out after the Houston Rockets made their coaching decision. And sure enough, ESPN reported this morning. And then one thing like that I'm getting good and we're all getting good at and getting better at, put it like that. And that is looking at the source of the news and then you eventually connect the dot from that source, and you know where he got the news from. Like we explained to you, like with the Rockets, Woj broke the news.
Go, Jimmy. Remind to do this to Joshua Thomas. Joshua, I love you, man, for asking that question. Explain the over and under us, because some of us don't gamble. But we're going to come back to that, Jimmy. Come on. I like that, Joshua. I like that. Come on.
And we were talking about
You
the
said Woj.
news,
You mentioned Woj.
the
Okay.
story that broke this morning, that the rumors morphed into a story, that is, about basically James Harden, Russell Westbrook being shocked, being disgruntled at the decision to hire Stephen Silas. So this young black man walking into a job, and now people are going to do whatever they can to decrease his odds of duplicating any success of his predecessor.
I don't blame the black guy. I don't blame Harden. Y'all got to realize it's a player-driven league. And evidently, the ownership didn't consult in these guys when they hired this guy in. So guess what? That's what it ain't got nothing to do with Stephen Silas. It could have been a white guy. Like it could have been what's my guy name? The guy from OKC. It could have been them. I think James want to be coach, man. By a dude, man. Come on, man. That's all right. Hey, I told y'all. Read my lips. If James Harden, I got to chill with him a little bit because John there. But if James Harden is gone, Robert Hatter gone. And hey, listen to me. Jimmy, what them rumor you were saying, I hope they send him to Philly. Guess what I just found out? Philly ain't but a 2-hour ride from New York. Let me tell y'all something. Make that happen for me, the powers that be out there. I'm not going to do the Paula White. I'm not going to pray for it. I don't know if y'all remember Paula White praying, oh my God, praying for Trump. But no, Jimmy, I don't blame those guys. Just a players-driven league. So hold up. So you expect for those guys, just because he black, okay, to not say nothing? No. The dude got the job. The dude got his contract. He got his job. He got his job. No. Not in this particular situation right here, Jimmy. This is a players-driven league. And for Tita, his son, evidently did not consult with the players. So, because these players wouldn't have come. And I ain't heard the players say this. I know some people close to these players. And nobody has said that to me. So I don't know where the information came from. And it might be true. But when I get off this show, I promise you, I'm going to find out. By tomorrow, I'm going to know something. But I just don't think it's a bad thing. But Jimmy, if you think it's bad for Russ and them, then that's your opinion. I think they should voice their opinions. They should.
What do you mean? Their concern is the direction.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
So I don't think it was against
about the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Of the Rockets' immediate future.
Okay. That's not. But
that doesn't necessarily mean I'm pissed at the coach.
But you mentioned the coach though. You mentioned the coach. That's why I addressed that.
No, I say after the coach was hired, then these things seep out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they thought they was going to get a better hire, a different hire maybe. Or they have different direction in it. You got to understand, man. These dudes check this out. These dudes go from Mike D'Antoni, Daryl Morey, to Stephen Silas and Raphael Stone. Now, what did you say about Well, let me pull up that guy's name again. Y'all had me on the group text this morning. Mark Danigal, whatever his name, Daniel. Jimmy, that's all James Harden them saying. We going from Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey is so good. Hold up. Check this out, y'all. Daryl Morey is so good that they hide him. They know the people in China don't like him, and they still gave him another job. Let me repeat that and rewind that because I don't know if y'all heard that. The NBA lost money because of Daryl Morey. He is so good that these people in Philly hired him immediately. So he leaves the Rockets. And you put the general counsel in his place. Not the basketball person, general counsel. Not the what you call it, analytics guru, Raphael Stone, the general counsel. Then you go and hire Steve Silas. 17 years as his assistant. He coming in. Jimmy. No, man. No head coach experience. I would, if those guys didn't say anything, man, then I would have to look at them a little crazy if they didn't say anything. That was a no-brainer right here. No-brainer.
Well, another thing, and the author of the article, of course, Woj and Tim McMahon, is penciled this story on ESPN, and here's what they say: both stars, Harden and Westbrook, were consulted during the Rockets coaching search and were on board with hiring Silas. Sources said.
And what's my favorite saying, Jimmy? As the facts change, the truth change.
So once again, they could have. That's why I mentioned a while ago. The discouragement or the displeasure is not necessarily Silas, but the direction of the team. And it's kind of funny because my thing is this: mathematically, with Harden and Westbrook combining to chew up about $80-something million into that $103 million salary cap. Not to mention Eric Gordon, who's locked in, right? PJ Tucker, locked in.
He can ask for a little bit more. Yeah, I think he's a free agent.
So on paper, who the hell do you expect to just walk through those doors?
Well, Jimmy, you can because you got up to 30. You got up to 30 more million in the luxury tax. You can pay more, but he got to pay. You can pay more. You can go up to about 130 million, but you're gonna be taxed. You're gonna be in the luxury tax. So, but he said, hey, I guess money ain't a thing. Is money ain't a thing?
Oh, money is a thing. Money is a thing.
He's a billionaire. He's saying money ain't a thing. He's a billionaire, Jimmy.
Yeah, but he about to lose his tax break in 2 years. He about to lose that. That was good. Wise. He didn't even really get the benefit from it because of damn COVID and the pandemic hit him so hard on the right pocket, you know. So, but my thing is back to this whole concept. The thing is this: there's no secret that Russell Westbrook was being chopped before. Remember, we gave you that tip on the chop shop. We said it when it leaked out when they had just emerged from the bubble. That was, and I told you guys that was a deal at first being shopped for that would have included a 3-way deal with Philadelphia, the New York Knicks, Houston Rockets. And I think sometimes when you watch real closely with the NBA, when deals leak out, sometimes they're leaked out purposely because somebody has heard and don't really want to go down. Because once it gets leaked out, it gives one of the involved parties an opportunity for people to weigh in and say, man, you out your mind? Man, I wouldn't do that. Man, are you sure you want to? Man, I wouldn't. In other words, you get buyer's remorse before you even buy. And that's what sometimes when rumors get leaked out, that's why you notice the good trades, they go through, you don't hear about them. And it's like, whoa, what the hell? How did that happen?
We knew about Anthony Davis was going to get traded a long time ago. That was a good trade.
But Anthony Davis' situation was him going down toward the end of free agency. You know what I'm saying? And you try to get something back. They were getting something back in return. Remember though, Hatter, remember when it leaked out at first about Anthony Davis going to LA? And you remember what the owner said? That owner of the Pelicans said, not or the owner, or was it the head coach at the time? One of them said, over my dead body, will I trade him? That ain't happening. And Magic Johnson was at the time in the front office.
Jimmy, it wasn't the owner, Jimmy. It was
the owner or the coach.
No,
or the
Dale
coach.
Demps, the GM.
It was somebody.
A woman. She don't say nothing. Dale Demps, he
got fired
over
my dead body,
and his ass got fired right after that.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Meaning that wasn't gonna happen because, and then what they did,
Jimmy, it was over his dead body. He got fired after that. Now I'm sorry.
That's my dude, man.
But I'm just telling you, he gone.
I mean, but just think about it. And then guess what New Orleans did? They hit on the brakes and tried their best to not do that deal. Then guess what the Lakers had to do? Lakers sweetened the pot. They made it a deal where they damn near couldn't refuse because you're not going to get anything close to what you got with this guy. And that's another team who missed in the playoffs. That's a playoff team next year. The Pelicans. It's a playoff team next year. Come on now. You know that. One of the guys that you were sour on, you thought he was heavy trash, came back from the dead and was one of the most improved players of last season. That's Brandon.
Jimmy's a lead scorer on every losing team. Don't ever forget that. But we're going to take a quick break because our guest is in the building. We're going to take a quick break and come back. But I can't wait. Oh, boy, I had something to get you, but I'm going to let you make it. I got you. Chop Chop, we'll be back in a minute.
My name is Laura Jane Jones, and I am so excited to be joining the staff at Future Stars of Houston Academy in the vocal department. I wanted to do this intro video to let you know a little bit about me, my experience, as well as my training and my philosophy on vocal coaching. So, first and foremost, I have been in the music business for 30 years. I have performed and traveled in 90 different countries. I have performed on the biggest arenas, stadiums, theaters in the world, not just once, multiple times. I have recorded or toured or performed with the likes of Enrique Iglesias, Joe Cocker, Aerosmith, Kelly Clarkson, Leah Michele, Tina Marie, the Black Eyed Peas, Billy Ray Cyrus, BB Winans, Peebo Bryson, Vintage Trouble, and Miles Mosley, just to name a few. I've also sung on numerous TV and movie soundtracks. I most recently sang on Bad Boys for Life. I also was the singing voice of Eva Longoria on Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I was also featured on the Letters to Juliet soundtrack, singing in Italian. And not to mention The Get Down on Netflix, When We Rise on ABC, Sex and the City 2. I sang background vocals for Jennifer Hudson and Leona Lewis.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day, the Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we are broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And guess what? We got our special guest is in the building. And I had to play that because P. Diddy was talking about black excellence. And guess what? That's what this show is about. And I feel these two guests that we are about to bring on, they start, I guess, I'll let them tell you about Ready to Love. I can't wait. I'm going to just introduce to y'all Nia Linscomb. Let me bring her in. Did she pop in? Hold up. Let me get her in. Let me sign her to her spot. Hey, y'all, I'm over here. There she is. We'll bring in Nia first. Look, there she is right there. Let me give her applause. Okay. Center yourself in the screen.
Guys.
Hey, center yourself in the screen. Come over to your left a little bit. Your left, your other left. There you go. Other left. You see how you out the screen? Go the other left, babe. Left, not right. Yeah, right there. That's where I want you to be.
Okay.
And now let me get Rasheed Floyd in the building. Hey. This is the cast. Look at him there, y'all. This is the cast, two of the cast of Ready to Love. Let me tell y'all something. I've seen both of the episodes, y'all. Let me set this up a little bit. And I got mad at the first episode. I almost peed me off because the lady. I seemed like the lady was trying to slight my dude. I said, wait a minute. I wanted to say, wait a minute. And I called Nia. I said, who is that woman? Who is that woman? Hold up. You know how we are. We Southern gentlemen. She was being nice and being nice, but she was, like, you're doing too much. I said, boy, y'all got to see it and understand what I'm talking about. But thank y'all for joining us on the Chop Shop. This is the first time something like this ever happened. And what I did when I saw how Houston was represented, and I said, wait a minute, I know two of them. And now I need you to come up a little bit in the screen. Just raise up a little bit. Yeah, you're way down. Just raise up a little bit. There you go.
Camera. This is for your camera.
Yeah, pull your camera. Move your camera. This is why you have to have sound check. Move your laptop.
I agree.
Okay, that's better. Right there. Okay. All right. So
Am I too bright?
No, you ain't not
Yes,
too bright. You're beautiful. Tell me, man, what made you do that? I know you're doing a whole lot of stuff. Cause and hold up, y'all. His birthday is it today or tomorrow?
My birthday's actually today.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But
Thank
you're
you
gonna
very
have a party tomorrow, so we can't forget about that party. But
Right.
tell
Okay.
us about Ready to Love. What made you ready to love?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank y'all for having me on.
Okay.
I've known both of y'all for a long, long time. What's up, Jimmy? and Rob, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
And the beautiful Nia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She
for
look
having,
she
me.
look good
You know,
over there.
She's
I
definitely
feel like
upgrading
I'm
all
too
of
bright.
us.
I'm adjusting tonight.
No, you look good. Leave it alone. We
No,
look good.
You look great.
You look good.
Trust me, you're making all of us look good.
The camera got
bringing
you.
some beauty. Yeah, she brought some beauty to the
All
show. I
right.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Nia.
Yeah.
But no, man, you know what? The Ready to Love, a lot of people ask me, what made me do it, man. It was just timing. Obviously, a lot of people knew that I was married for the most part. And then a lot of people reached out and asked me, man, what happened? I thought you was married. And, that's something that you don't broadcast to the world, that you put an ad in the paper and say, no, you're no longer married anymore. It's one of those things, it's unfortunate circumstances. And me and her, they have a great relationship. And it just didn't, it was time to move on. We were married for 10 years. So it was, hey, I have nothing bad to say. But since that time, almost 2.5 years have passed and the opportunity got presented to me. And so, I didn't want to be on. character and integrity about myself, and I didn't want to be jumping across the hoods of car trying to fight somebody, looking all ghetto and stuff like that.
Right.
Because we're at a different age and we're all professionals now. But when I researched it more and found out, okay, one, it's on Oprah's network.
Yes.
It's on OWN. Will Packer, super producer Will Packer.
Yeah.
I mean, he does everything, top notch.
Yeah.
Super high class individual. He's working with some of the best in the business. And so after that, I was like, okay, so this is legit. This ain't not gonna have us looking crazy.
Right.
So that's what made me do this show. To answer your question.
Okay, Naya, you want to talk about
Yes.
why you were ready to love a beautiful? Hold up, a beautiful, successful. I mean, a girl that seems like she got everything, and you ready for love? I mean, what was wrong with these guys around here? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me introduce Naya first. Hold on. Meet Miss Naya Linscomb. Hold up. A beauty industry entrepreneur and future philanthropist. And guess what her mission is? Let me give y'all her mission, y'all. Her mission is to help others elevate with elegance, encouragement, and excellence worldwide throughout the entertainment, beauty, and empowerment industry. Let me tell you something. This lady is not just a pretty face over there. Tell us about why were you ready to love?
Well, Robert, we've been BFFs for like almost 20 years now, so pretty much a lot of my history.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, in the past, I would think that I was ready, or other people were ready. And as I matured and grew and went through some things, it was at one point where I realized I probably wasn't ready. So I had to go ahead and do the work. And after I did the work and I realized of myself, I went on mission. I did that, and I said, okay, I think I'm ready now. So you know how we always hear, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So I had to make sure I made myself a good thing. So I had to work on me because there were some things that I needed to correct that were within me. All of the accolades and everything, but the hard side. So when I did the work and I knew I was ready.
Okay, Jimmy, you got something? Because somebody just asked on the show. They said you had the best date. Will you go out with that guy again? Could you say that? KG, she going out with him since the show. You can't.
They did have a good date. I'm gonna interrupt though. They did have a great date, and I was jealous of that date.
What happened on your date? Why you hating?
Look at your hating ass. You hating already. The show ain't been on a week, and you over there hating.
Man, you see how nice that date was? That was dope, man. On the water.
I didn't want to see the date. When I saw him about to go on a date with Naya, I turned it off. Yeah,
boy.
I did a little hate to
Somebody sent me a question and asked me. We posted one of the photos of both of you guys on our social media platform. Well, I posted on my Twitter account earlier this afternoon, and somebody asked me to give you the question, Naya. Baby oil or lotion?
Both of them.
You one of them.
Wait a minute, your little Jimmy, which one of your little nasty friends asking all of them questions, Jimmy?
I can't give them up. They tell me they baby all the lotion because they look at the leg. Hey, it looked like silicone was on them legs. But you get back to the time back in the day. That's what it looked like on them legs.
What we doing? It depends on what we're using it for. So hey.
Depends on what you're using it for. Moving right along, Jimmy. This is a family show, but no, y'all good. And you know what? And what's so unique about the chop shop? Okay. What's so unique about the chop shop? Y'all can sit there and let your hair down, man. This is not a formal interview. I just wanted to get the people to know you. You got to realize, Rashid, Rashid he gotta explain your car business to me, because he used to sell Cadillacs, y'all. Then he said,
Right.
man, I'm tired of them Cadillacs. So he got every exotic car you ever want to drive or you might want to rent, you might want, if you don't want to buy it, he is the guy to go. And hold up, Rashid, they say you scour the country trying to find cars for your clients. What's going on? What made you do that?
Man, just like any other thing, man. Just like when I was coaching, before I became a head coach, I had to be an assistant coach to kind of learn the game and learn, what it takes to be successful. And when I got out of coaching, I fell right into Cadillac, man. It was just kind of a blessing. Before I knew it, my first full year in the business, man, I was the #1 Cadillac salesman in the nation, man. So it was a blessing, and I just kind of fell into it. And then when you do that, you learn. And you learn the ins and outs. I learned the front end of the business, the back end of the business. So I moved up to finance manager, sales manager, and things of that nature. And then all that time, I'm building a book of business and clientele. And as it started, it just happened organically. People started calling me about other cars. People that I had sold Cadillacs to say, "Hey man, can you help me with this?" Because they trust me.
Right.
And then one time, to be honest with you, one of the customers of mine, I was at a Bentley store in Houston, and I was just posting stuff. I was just there recording. And he said, "Man, do you sell those cars?" I was like, "No, I sell strictly Cadillac." He said, "Man, you should, man, because the way you carry yourself, people trust you, you do good business, you should try to get into it." So after that, I kind of planted a seed. And then, when I was wanting to spend more time, I had a son. I wanted to spend more time with my son. And anybody knows about the car business, man, it's a lot of work. It's mostly 6 days a week. You get a Sunday off. And, my son's playing sports and basketball, swimming, golf, and I want to be there. That's most important to me. So what's the way for me to stay in the car business, which I love, and still be around with my son? So at the end of the day, I decided to make that leap of faith and just go out on my own and just use my network of people and just start reaching out to business professionals, athletes, entertainers who don't have time to go in the traditional dealership. They want somebody to represent them, because at the end of the day, most big purchases, we get somebody to represent us. You go buy a house, you're gonna call a realtor.
That's right.
If you need to go to court, you're gonna call a lawyer.
Right.
Somebody to represent you.
Right.
The second biggest and most expensive purchase people make, other than a home, is a vehicle. Why not get someone to represent your best interest? So that's what the model of what I've done. And it's been working for me so far. So
Naya, Jimmy, I know you got another question for Naya.
No, I mean,
I'm
first of all, we're glad you guys can join us today. It's Women Rock Wednesday, what we call Wednesdays on the Chop Shop, and that way we give a chance to to kind of give a tilt a little bit to the ladies who watch us, and we're streaming right now live on YouTube and Facebook, and we call that audience the Boom Boom Room. And their conversation. Now, if you guys are watching right now, there's a little red eye toward the right of your screen. If you touch that red eye with your cursor, and you will be able to see all of the comments that are pouring in from both YouTube and Facebook. You will be able to view those comments, and that way you'll see them in real time. There's about a 6 to 8 second delay from the audience and what we're saying right now, but that way now you can kind of, if you see one of us laugh about something, you can kind of know why, because now you see some of the comments and some of your people. Now we'll open the door for you guys to bring and present your questions right now for Naya.
Rob, you got my IG on there?
That you may have.
I just put what you put, whatever you signed in on.
Oh boy, my bad.
Oh, okay. I'll adjust it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay, no
Just
problem.
keep talking. I got you, baby.
Yeah, I see the comments though. Oh,
you can see them? Okay.
Yeah. And so
we can't
and
to them,
now of course we were talking about
Jim.
we were talking about the Ready to Love. It broadcasts every Friday on the OWN network on Fridays, right?
Yes, that's correct. Friday on OWN, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Now, have any of you guys got what's been the feedback, Naya, from your circle when they found out you were doing this show? Because sometimes your circle, your girls might not like, girl, what you doing? I don't, You know, what? Give us some feedback now. You can give it to them. Don't just talk about one. Talk about two of them or more. What? How they feel about you doing this?
Well, I have a few personalities, so I have a lot because I have a few personalities. One, I'm an introvert, so most people were like, "What? I know your private self is not going on public TV. You already don't like being around a bunch of folks." So I was like, opportunity for me to get out of my comfort zone. Some of them were like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited." Which is, I can't.
We had a little audio snag with Naya. You guys don't worry. It's time for a break real quick anyway. We can go toss to the break. Meanwhile, and we'll come right back. We got Naya, Rashid, and they're with the Ready for Love, the last resort, guys.
Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute. Hold on. Let me see what. Oh, I got one for you.
That they, as well as you and I, cannot be free in America or anywhere else where there is capitalism and imperialism until we can get people to recognize that they themselves have to make the struggle and have to make the fight for freedom every day in the year, every year, until they win it. Thank you.
People like me aren't supposed to run for office. I grew up in the housing projects of Savannah. My mom is from Waycross. She spent her summers picking cotton and tobacco. Dad was a veteran, a small businessman, and a preacher. They taught me the value of hard work. I was first in our family to graduate from a 4-year college, earned a PhD, and was called to Martin Luther King Jr.'s pulpit as senior pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. I've always thought my impact doesn't stop at the church door. That's where it starts. Fighting for affordable health care, fair wages, to protect the dignity of work. This race for Senate is about who you think best represents you. If you're looking for a billionaire, I'm not your guy. But if you want someone who's been through some of the same challenges as you, I'm Raphael Warnock, and it would be my honor to serve you. That's why I approve this message. People like me aren't supposed to run for office. I grew up in the housing projects of Savannah. My mom is from Waycross. She spent her summers.
This lead me to say, all of the burning and bombing that was done to us in the houses, nobody never said too much about that, and nothing was done. But let something be burned, by a black man, and then, my God, you see, the flag is drenched with our blood. Because, you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man. As we know, this country was built on the black backs of black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand it. They know what they've done to us. All across this country, they know what they've done to us. This country is desperately sick, and man is on the critical list. I really don't know where we go from here.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Haller, alongside Jim Hicks. Guess what? We got special guests. We got Nia Linscomb is in the building. Rasheed Floyd is in the building. And from Ready to Love, The Last Resort, we've been going back and forth and talking about it. The Nia, she over there, that's the, it's Women Rock Wednesday. So now you do whatever you want to do. It's Women Rock Wednesday. We got you. So Jimmy, what you got? What you want to talk about right now?
Well, absolutely. We were engaging in the question with Naya. We were asking you before the break about your friends and how did they feel about you making the decision to go into a reality show.
Yeah.
And you were explaining that you can continue.
You want to come on?
Okay, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you clearly, dog.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, Jesus, hallelujah. I am not the technology girl. I do hair.
Well, talk before it mess up.
I apologize.
No, you good. Ain't your fault.
This was the thing.
Uh-huh.
And Robert, you know me as well in this area. So my friends and close people were like, oh, Lord, don't go on there and fight nobody. So I was like, well, first of all, that's my past life. And this is not the Bad Girls Club because they used to call me. I used to get all kinds of calls to get on the Bad Girls Club. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. All my fights be private. But
not all of them, but keep going.
I mean, well, they're not on TV. Let's put it this way. They're not on TV.
Okay. Keep going.
They probably should have been. I would have been in Hollywood by now.
No way, Jose. Come on, keep talking. No, y'all. Yeah, I can't. I tell y'all. Hey,
that's
tomorrow.
What most of them said.
Okay. Come on, keep talking. I tell them tomorrow. I'm gonna tell y'all what she's talking about.
That's what most of them said. Those what their concerns were. But that was many moons ago. That was
that was a long time.
08.
Yeah.
However. Because I am building a brand and I have new goals and dreams and aspirations, they were excited about me being able to be introduced to a platform that could definitely introduce me to more people and increase my network.
And so on this show, most of the cast is all from Houston, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me, and how many people, how many females?
Jimmy, can I help you? One of the girls on there, Rasheed, already done dated before, and he didn't even know she was on the show.
That's just what I was about to ask.
Yeah, he up in there. He's about
Houston is a small world. It's a small world in Houston. How many people did you know when you walked up to the set and you was like, oh, Lord?
He did. Rasheed, you can tell him.
Yeah. So we all know Houston is a big, small city, especially with the urban community. We're even smaller. And I was shocked that I only saw one person that I really knew on there, which the girl that you're referencing. I didn't have any idea that she was going to be on there. So when I saw her, it was what you guys saw was a pretty accurate kind of assessment of how I was surprised to see her. And we did go on one date, and then we didn't date again after that. And then I saw her. I've seen her since then, just out in Houston. But yeah, it was funny to see. That was a real reaction when I saw her.
Oh, so you didn't see her before that? That was the first time you saw her?
No, I had seen her again.
No, I'm talking about on the set. I'm talking about on the set.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Oh, it looked genuine. It did look genuine. You look like
because they bring us in separately.
Okay.
So there is no mingling or co-mingling before you get there. They want it to be authentic and real introductions. So yeah, we were completely separate from one another. They didn't want us to see get sneak peeks of who was coming in before it started rolling.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So on the previous date with Lil Mama, what happened?
I know where you're going.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Because she gonna tell the girls. She gonna tell the girls on that side of the fence.
Right. So you might as well tell the chop shop.
I would tell the fellas.
Honestly, man.
Rasheed, don't tell them nothing.
Right. Nothing happened though. Like we went on a date. It was super cool. It just wasn't any romantic chemistry. There was no sparks. I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. That who
she didn't call you back or you didn't call her back?
See, I'm glad you asked that. Because, we've all heard, the ghosting comment, and that's kind of been running on social media. You never win when you try to go on social media and kind of, set the record straight and none of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So it was a mutual ghosting, to be honest with you. Neither one of us called each other after. And I didn't use the terminology that she used on the show. I wasn't asked about it, but so it was a mutual thing. That's what's so funny about it's funny to me about it. Hold on, where'd I go?
I hear you. You good?
Okay.
Yeah, you good?
So yeah, it's so funny. It was really, honestly, it was a mutual ghosting. One of us called each other after that.
Yeah, y'all didn't like each other. Y'all just didn't like each other.
Everybody's running with. He got ghosted.
Sometimes when you look back and connect the dots backwards on dates,
okay,
it's a simple thing. What? Where did y'all go on that date to? Where did y'all eat at? That might determine why she can call your ass back.
Yeah, where you take it?
Come on, Jimmy. You know your guy. Yeah. I ain't taking you to no Chili's or nothing.
Okay, well, I mean, we want to know. What Olive Garden?
Where did we go? No. Where'd I take her? That's funny. Where did we go?
See, you don't even remember that girl, man. That's the problem. You don't remember that. That's why you didn't call her back. She wasn't. She just.
Yeah. It was mutual though.
Yeah,
we had known each other prior.
Okay.
Mutual. I was fresh out. I wasn't ready, and she wasn't, and we both just didn't talk about it. We just went our separate ways. There was no negative energy. There was no.
I got you.
But where did I take her? It was in Rice Village. I took her to a place in Rice Village, so you already know.
Okay, hold on, but time out.
It was nice.
I got a 30, Coach. We're getting that in a second. You are divorced, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make sure that's official. Okay, so now I can ask you this question.
Almost 2.5 years.
I just want to make sure. Now I can ask you this question.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be doing none of this if I wasn't.
No, but that date, you're divorced now.
Yeah.
When you went on a date with her. Oh, you sure?
You broke up on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been divorced almost 2.5 years. That date was right about 2 years ago. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying the timeline right there. You were teetering right there on that thing. You couldn't wait to get your ass out that house, could you? You couldn't wait.
No. It wasn't one of those things.
But Jimmy, think about it though. If he was just getting out of the house, right? He getting over his divorce. Little mama should have. I guess he just said, you know what? He must be a good fisherman. You know why? He said, "Man, this fish ain't big enough. I'm gonna throw this one back. I'm looking for a bigger fish. I mean, that's how good fishermen do. You're not gonna catch the first fish when you go out there. It's some bigger. It's some bigger out here. So,
but you know what, Rob? I've been there more recently, but at that point, to be honest with you, it had nothing to do with her. I wasn't over my divorce. It was too soon.
Oh, that's okay.
Way
I got you.
Too soon.
Okay.
I hadn't healed yet, man. I was
I got you. I like that.
Her. She's a great girl.
I like that.
Great girl. So that's why when I saw her and she saw me, that's why if you see, we kind of organically were happy to see each other.
I saw that.
It wasn't just me. Everybody's jumping on me like I'm jumping and skipping and doing flips.
No.
She was just as happy to see me.
and Naya. You went. Hold up, now. I got to ask you.
Yeah.
You went on a date with the dude don't even wear no shirt up on his suit. Can you
really?
Yeah, that dude didn't have no shirt on up on his suit, Jimmy, and no socks on. He might have didn't have no drawers on. I don't know what was wrong with him.
I didn't know how he was gonna be dressed.
Oh, so you just had to go
That
on.
was the first day of introduction.
Did you tell him, say, "Hey man, put a damn shirt on"? You didn't say that?
That was the day that we all met.
Oh, that's the day. So he had on a shirt the next day. Jimmy, that's just like me and you pulling up to somewhere and we got our suit on now, right? No shirt on, button up, no shirt on, and no socks on. I mean, he might be KB Smooth, but he wasn't smooth that night. He wasn't smooth that night. I said, and then they got him going out with Naya. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I didn't want to see the date.
Poor Naya.
Well, it worked. It worked.
Oh, it worked? Oh,
Oh,
excuse me.
Shit. That's what I'm talking about. Put your pinky finger in there. Now, so you have a reputation amongst a certain group of people that know you as being aggressive.
No.
She put them hands up.
If you mess with her.
So
with
that
me.
means, see, now with that, if you can go to that space, then I'm going to ask you this question that one of our guests in the Boomer Room posed, and it is Corey from up there in Dallas. He says, Timmy Chans or Frenches?
Ooh. Come down here and see.
Ooh. Corey. Oh, Corey. You see,
I did not know this was going to turn into this.
Well, hey, there's a bunch of single fellas out there watching this show right now. I'm telling you, won't mess around now. Now, of course. But now you're.
What Jimmy do? Y'all, Jimmy gone. Let me get him out of there. Naya, what you got to say?
Oh.
Huh?
Come back, Jimmy.
We're going to bring him back in a minute. It's just us right now. He going to come right back. I think his something was going on over there. But you know what? It was so unique just seeing y'all two on the screen. And I just, I know I haven't told y'all that because I was going to wait on the show because I didn't want it to be, rehearsed or nothing. But it was unique. Then I thought about Nephew Tommy, been knowing him for a long time, and seeing all of y'all being able to sit there and, and be able to do that. And it just made me proud to live in Houston and seeing people that I actually knew. And but what I want to know now, from now, what do y'all plan on doing next? Is there something else like this in the future? Rashid, I know you got publicists and everything. You got a whole company behind you. You got 12 businesses. You got a lifestyle brand and everything. And I'd like you to talk about that. Naya got so many ventures. Let me tell you something. Naya got so many ventures. I mean, all I used to hear. Let me tell you something. Y'all see that woman right there? Very soon, in a few years, she gonna do something, and y'all gonna say, "Well, how to say it?" She gonna do something great, and it's gonna change the industry because she's reading. She's a woman that reads. She's a woman that studies the industry, the woman that studies the business industry. And Rashid think about it. It's a young black man with a lifestyle brand and a luxury car brand. Guard. So the car guard. Yeah. So these just not these not regular people that's on the chop shop. I don't know if y'all saw earlier. I played a little clip of P. Diddy at the Rock Nation's brunch, right? Mm-hmm. P. Diddy at the Rock Nation's brunch, and he it was one of the greatest things. The pink suit on, a fuchsia suit on that day by Jay-Z. Yeah. But it was what's so unique about it is those guys said we doing big things in 2020. We doing big things. Now this was all before the pandemic. Now. This was before the pandemic, and it was just so unique. He said we're doing things with excellence now. That's why I led that piece when you and Naya come on the show, because I love the excellence that y'all doing and are displaying. And Rashid, tell us about your lifestyle brand.
Man, my lifestyle brand is called Nelson Barquet Clothing. And actually, the name, people actually used to call me Nelson. Actually, the name, which is flattering, the name is actually my grandfather's name, my mother's father, Nelson Barquet from Louisiana. And man, I started this back in 2009. I was doing some party promoting, which Rob is aware of. And this one, I was an assistant coach at that time. This is before I became a head coach. I was doing some promoting, and at that time, I got married and wanted to slow down from the nightlife because now I'm a married man. So I'm like, how am I going to use this new platform that I have with these socialites? How can I leverage those relationships? And I've always been in the clothes and fashion, so I started the brand and I named it after my grandfather, something that could last forever and kind of carry on his lineage. So I started that in '09, and it had a great run from like '09 to maybe 2011, 12, and then just things come and go, slow down, but I never let it go. And then I got into the car business when I left coaching in 2013, and then decided to go out on my own there. So what I do now, I have Nelson Barquet Clothing. Is my the Instagram is NB_clothing and NelsonBarquet.com. I've got some new product coming out the end of this month actually, and then I started moving forward and using those those relationships to start branding my car business. And I do a service to where we video these, and I have a YouTube series called Car Gods with an S.
Yeah.
And that's showing you kind of the breakdown of how I go across the country and find these exotic cars for these business professionals, athletes, and celebrities and things of that nature. So that's on YouTube, at Car Gods YouTube channel. And man, I'm just trying to make it happen. Man. I keep my head down and work hard. And the important to me was I had all these things going prior to the show. Because a lot of people on the outside looking in don't think that we were actually going in there looking for love. And I actually, was going in there being genuine and going for the right reasons. And, happened to have these things already going. Obviously, this is something that can help move it forward. But it was important to me to already have, with or without the show, already moving forward in the direction I want to go.
Yeah, and Naya, you are known. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. When Naya, you get the Naya L experience when you go into her. You got to go to her salon at least once. Even men, y'all got to go to her salon at least once. It's a different experience. My barber is right around the corner from her, right? And when I go to my barber, I always have to stop in there because there's something always happening. But I look at your on your Instagram, and I see how you do. You have those women. You're not a style. You're an artist to me. That's what I look at it, because when them girls come out of there, I see them when they come in there with the hat on, Jimmy. They come in there with the hat on like you, Jimmy. They come on, they threw that hat away. They come out of there like, it's unbelievable how you transfer form those ladies, and just me being around you and just seeing the Facebook feed and the YouTube feed, your customers and your clients, your clients really care for you, and y'all got a bond that's kind of crazy. Not crazy, it's a good crazy, but I love it. So tell us about why you so good.
Okay, I think there may be a little bit of a delay. Hopefully, I'm not making you guys wait too long.
No, you
to answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So to answer the question, I'm so glad that you said that about how I can transform their looks.
Yeah.
Well, that's always been my mission, is to not only transform looks, but to transform lives. I build relationships with my clients. Mm-hmm. Those are my girls, my mentors, my ministers. We don't do the gossip. We don't tear each other down. We're about building up and networking amongst one another, mm-hmm. and increasing each other's networks. So it just feels good to be able to pour into them the things that I've learned from my mentors, life coaches, life strategists, and even my pastor. And of course, wise friends like you. A lot of our topics would be about relationships. And, Robert is so good at who, Wheat knows us to be, but he's my good friend that I can rely on to ask him questions. Am I wrong to expect these things out of men? Yeah. What do I need to do as a lady to put myself in that position? He's seen me through several relationships. Yeah. And we joke all the time, but I know he has my back because he don't tell me the truth.
I prayed you through a couple of them too, but keep going. I had to pray for you through a couple.
You did.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
And if I need somebody to tell me the truth, it's definitely going to be Robert Haddon. Yeah. So when he comes into the salon, it's always a ray of light, and everybody looks forward to seeing him. Yeah. He's going to make everybody feel good. So it's always a plum-pleasing pleasure and a delight to have you in the building, Mr. Haddon.
Yeah. And Jimmy, they mess around and put the chop shop on the screen. in there one time. So you know they got it going on up in that place.
There you go. Then my place, my type of place, right there.
You gotta come visit,
And
Jimmy.
hey,
He ain't got no hair.
I'm looking at glass. You got some red up in there. If some of that up in that shop, I'll be over there.
Oh, she gonna have you something. She gonna have you something to drink.
You know what? You know what? Since it's Rashid's birthday,
Yeah. What we gonna do for
so it's Rashid's birthday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out now. I'm gonna get Rashid. I'm gonna hit the bell with you, baby. Let's get this thing rocking. That's how we gonna. It's your birthday, Rashid. Let me get something in there for you.
Thank you.
Put something in this thing for you. Ooh, it's a mean one right here.
Ooh,
Look at guy.
I'm gonna let you hear. I still got to work after this, man. I'll catch up with you later this evening when I'm off the clock.
Hey,
not on duty.
You got some class azul. Bring that to the salon when you come, Jimmy. We like class.
I'm coming with 2-3 bottles. I'll be there.
Come on.
Hey, Rashid, I got something for you though. Rashid,
that's how we do on the chop shop.
What we gonna do tomorrow? Is it a private party? I know I got the information. Is it a private party? Or how you gonna do it, and how social distancing are you gonna tell me about your party tomorrow, and can some of my boom friends come? Can I bring some of my friends with me? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely. So first, yes, you're definitely invited, and everyone who's listening is invited. It is open to the public.
Okay.
And we're definitely gonna have strict COVID guidelines. We're trying to protect everybody's health.
Okay.
A mask will be required.
Okay.
There is a certain capacity that the establishment, as well as the people associated with the party, we're going to have to adhere to. So I definitely suggest people get there early. It's going to be at 8 p.m. At the Crimson Lounge on Kirby, and it is free to get in, just with an RSVP. It's ScorpioBall.Houston.Eventbrite.
Scorpio.
Jimmy, oh my God! Why you said that, Rashid? Oh, he gonna act a fool.
So it's just not.
I might have to get another.
Guys, I have a question.
There you go.
I thought we was gonna talk sports.
We about to talk sports.
Okay, let's talk some sports. Look at Naya. Look at Naya.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick.
Come on,
Rob.
Yeah.
So it's for all my Scorpios. It's Scorpio season, so everybody come out, and it is a nice, grown-up, dressy affair. So put your Sunday best on, get clean. I know we haven't had many opportunities this year to put on our clean clothes, but everybody likes to get dressed up. So come out. It's on a Thursday night. We're not going to be out too late.
Okay.
And everybody's going to be well protected. Y'all come out. Remember, it's free to get in. Crimson Lounge at 8 o'clock. Def Jam Blaster will be in the mix. So we'll know how Blaster gets down.
Okay. All right.
So Scorpio season is definitely in effect right now. That mean there was a lot of grooving going on during.
It's 3 Scorpios on the screen right now. It's 3 of us.
Come on,
there we go.
It was
no.
Hold on. What day is your birthday, Naya? What day are you born? I mean, what day is your birthday?
26, love.
Oh,
okay.
October 26th.
Jimmy, can I interject? Y'all got to realize my son's birthday was on the 7th, right? So here's Scorpio too. So let me tell y'all. Let me show you.
My birthday's the 7th.
Wow. But Jimmy, they told me I never thought about this. Jimmy, they said the Scorpio babies are the ones who have be conceived around Valentine's Day. Somebody just told me that the other day.
Valentine. That's where it was a lot of bumping going on back then in the day. That's how it went down. If you ain't getting none, you got some on Valentine's Day back in the old days. That's how it went down. It was rocking like that. That's for sure. I'm telling you. Now,
that's why so many babies are born around this time.
Oh, I did not know that until the other day. I promise you, I didn't know that till the other day. I said, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, of course, Rashid, a lot of people may remember the face, and it's coming to them that you, and you touched on it earlier, you were a high school coach. You were coached on the collegiate ranks as well over in Georgia, but you were in Houston. You were the head coach at Klein Oak High School. And that during your time there, that was, I remember writing a story in the magazine about one of your players who had a condition yet still got a scholarship. And tell us a little bit about that story and how the news came about that the doctor told his young man that he probably would never play basketball again. That's a cart grabbing story. Take us back to that time.
Yeah, so when I took over at Klein Oak, I was there 3 years after being the head coach at Waller High School, if you remember that, for 1 year. And then I got the job at Klein Oak, and then Klein Oak has never been a basketball school. We all know that. They're getting there now. As much as I can kind of still pay attention, I'm not as deep into it anymore. But when I took over, it's always been a football school, baseball, and they didn't really have much of an emphasis on basketball. And I remember that playing because I played and graduated from Klein Forest. And when you played Klein Oak, when I was playing, that was a guaranteed win. You didn't worry about Klein Oak at all. But I identified a young man who had some talent. He was a sophomore when I got him, and just tried to work with him and try to help his skill level grow. And I saw he had a limp. I was trying to see what was going on. I'm asking my coaches and stuff. Yeah, it's a condition that he was born with. So I reached out to the mom and trying to see what was going on. And it's something that he was born with that the doctors tried to go in and fix. It could have been fixable at a very young age before everything had fused and molded together as he grew. But messed it up, or they weren't able to do it, right? So he had one leg was longer than the other one, right? And he had to walk with a little limp, and it was based up at his hip. But, man, this kid was so talented. Y'all seen this kid, man. He could still jump out of the gym. He could shoot the ball. He could handle it. His conditioning was there. I mean, he could do damn near everything you wanted the kid to do on the basketball court. And I knew he was a Division I talent. Not a high-level D1 guy, but a Division I guy. And he got a full scholarship to Stephen F. Austin. I mean, and, I identified him. I had to call on him because he was hidden. Nobody knew. I called you about him, Jimmy. Come check him out. This kid can play. I'm telling you. I know what it looks like. This kid can play. So I'm trying to move him, trying to find AAU teams. We finally found him one with Rory Coleman, took a chance on him. And he started balling out. And I remember Talvin Hester was calling me like crazy. He was the assistant at Stephen F. Austin. And fast rewind, I knew Casper because I almost took a job with Casper before I got into high school.
Casper?
So long story short, yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't take it.
He's going to cuss you clean out, but keep going.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, man, long story short, man, he did what he had to do. He was a smart kid. He got the grades. He didn't have a father figure around, so I kind of had to take him under my wing. And we got the first Division I signee out of Klein Oak High School in over 20 years at the time. And that's when Stephen F. Austin was good. You remember, they went to his freshman year, he would have went that team that went to the Sweet 16. And the second year, he went back. But when he got there, the rigors of college basketball is a little different. We all know that. And he was having some pain and things like that nature. They took him to the doctor, all these specialists, and they said, they were surprised he had gone this far. The kid was so tough and determined to make it. But at that point, man, the doctors just shut him down, man, and said, there's nothing we can do. They wanted to replace his hip. And at this point, you don't want to replace a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid's hip. So, that's where his college career ended. But he'll always be able to say he was a Division I recruit and a Division I signee and got a full scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were willing to honor the scholarship, but then he didn't want to go back, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, right?
Yeah, he ended up coming home. He was a little homesick and he was a little disappointed. So he ended up leaving school and coming back home. But they, to Casper's credit and the university, they were going to honor at least that 1 year.
And Jimmy, Naya know a little bit about sports. Naya,
I know. Yeah, boxing.
Yes.
No, other than boxing. Other than boxing. Jimmy ain't gonna never forget.
What were you gonna say, Robert?
Yeah, for about football. Naya was engaged, y'all to a professional football player before. So I mean,
really?
Yes. And I mean, I'm gonna let her call his name out.
Do tell. We listen.
Great man too.
I want to know about football.
Great man too. But keep going. Come on, Naya.
We are actually one of my still my best friends, Stacy Mack. He did play, 5 seasons with the Jaguars, Texans for I think 2 or 3. Still my best friend. But so I learned a little bit. I learned flag on a play. I learned that there's the numbers go with the certain positions that they have. Yeah. And I learned that you have to be quiet and just get out of the way when sports is on. And sports right now, even though I'm really not privy, but I like the idea. I like to watch people watch sports. I like the foolery. I like when the house is with the noise talking. Like, I love all that.
Right.
So I'm just a little bit irritated now because it just doesn't seem the same and feel authentic because of the simulated audience and this fake stuff that's going on. I don't know me. I don't like nothing fake.
Right.
I was still thinking it was basketball season because I'm used to this time being basketball season. So I'm thrown off a little bit.
That's good.
And you can't go out and party with everybody because there's COVID. So I'm really irritated with sports right now. But I like to come on the Chop Shop and see you and Jimmy go back and forth. And since I like to talk SH, also I wanted to talk a little SH bleep bleep with y'all too.
Excuse me. But guess what? Hey, Jimmy, we going to satisfy the party for her. She said she ain't been out to a party. Put on a mask, put on an outfit. Rashad got to put part of the mom.
Oh, she gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there, and I'm not gonna be in my Sunday.
Y'all gonna make me reach in the back of the closet. Boy, put a piece of thread out.
He coming, man. I'm telling you. He gonna say, "Hey, man, what's the name of that spot here? What's the name of that spot here?" Soon as this show
over, save me a dance. Save me a dance, Jimmy.
Oh, he gonna dance by himself. He dancing by himself. Oh yeah, he got his own dance. Hold up. I'm going to find one of them for you. Hold on. Keep talking.
We go to a quick break, and Hannah going to pull up a dance in just a second. We almost at the break.
Okay.
And now, of course, we have you guys. Don't forget, this is unbelievable. I'm having so much of a fun time with you guys. Don't forget, guys, Ready to Love, The Last Resort. It airs Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time on the OWN network. Come on, guys. I know you got that fire stick. Even the one that put out your cable, you know you're gonna watch. You got to OWN. Hey, come on, you know how to do it. You have the code on your iPad to get on your cousin's direct TV account. You put it on there and watch the OWN channel and check them out, Rashid and Naya, and support their quest. Now, what's the ultimate goal of the show?
Yeah,
I mean, you're on there. I understand it says Ready to Love, so it's kind of like I'm assuming that is somewhat of a bachelorette collaboration. But how do you know if you win?
Jimmy, can we answer that from the break? We're gonna come back from the break.
On steroids.
Huh? Can we answer that? Can we come back from the break with that?
Hold it down. We go to quick break and we come right back on the Chop Shop. Meanwhile, guys, check this out. You want to see how it's gonna be going down with me when I step in that Crimson Room on Thursday night. Watch this.
Not yet, Jimmy. We got a commercial first.
Not yet.
I told y'all. I told y'all.
All right, Jimmy. Okay, I see you.
Hey, Rashid, you gotta get a certain age when you do the double kick. You didn't see the double kick.
I saw the
look at
double
one more
kick.
time. He gotta see it's a double kick that
Hold
you
on.
gotta lead.
Hold on, let me
that ain't
find
a regular
Bring
kick.
it back.
Watch this kick. Watch this.
Hold on. Hey man, he ain't went nowhere but side to side. Rashid, the man ain't done nothing, man.
Hey, if you think you're grooving in your own mind, if you're grooving, you keep on going.
Hey, so that hey, now you missed the dance. I don't know. Did you see the dance?
Nah, you missed that.
I saw it. I saw Jimmy cutting the rug. I was dancing too.
Oh, she was up dancing. Okay.
That's
Boy, y'all something else. So Jimmy, what's that question again? The question.
Now we were asking going into the break on the show, right? Ready to Love, The Last Resort. That airs every Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time on the OWN network. My question is, what's the ultimate goal? How do we know who wins? You know, normally in the show, some has winners and there's losers. Who wins? How do you know?
To find love, man.
So whoever finds
love.
love.
You want to go?
Okay.
So look, it's not. You want to go now?
Go. Naya, you lady is this one
Okay,
the
so
rock
I'm
win.
trying to answer all your questions if I can remember them. The objective is for 6 people to be chose. I mean, well, for 3. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay. So
objective
that's
is what?
the objective for 3 couples to be in the end. It's really not a competition. I guess if you find love, that means you won.
Okay.
And it's speed dating on steroids. That's what I can say.
Okay, what you say, she?
Yeah, it's definitely you're going on there. There's not an overall winner, but you're going on there to find love. There's someone that you can really pursue a real relationship with. So a lot of people think it's fake and scripted. That's not the case. Everybody that went on there was really looking to find love and see if they can find a companion, because for whatever reason we didn't have it yet. So the objective, if you quote unquote winners, or like she said, the last 3 couples, so 6 people total who have identified each other and say, okay, I'm ready to love you, and let's see where this goes from here. If we're ready to get married or we're ready to whatever. And so they've isolated everybody else, and y'all both picked each other. And if 3 couples towards the end do that, then I guess that's quote unquote the winner. But yeah, the objective is to find love for these strangers and to meet. And like she said, speed dating and try to get to know these people as quick as possible. And the good thing about us, we were on a resort, so we're able to kind of drown out some of the outside noise and kind of focus a little bit more without all the other stuff, surrounding us. But yeah, to answer your question, that's kind of the gist of the show: to find love and see who can be the last 3 couples remaining.
Hey, I feel sorry for you dudes. Y'all didn't have much to pick from. After Naya and one more girl, y'all didn't have much to pick from. I ain't gonna tell you no story. I'm talking about me. I'm sorry. From my point of view, I mean, it just, man.
It was all beautiful.
No, listen to me. You can call them all beautiful. You can be politically correct. I'm talking
serious.
about from my point of view. I'm talking about it was slim pickings for me. I put it like that. It was slim pickings. But guess what? You got a chance to see their personalities and all of that.
It was slim pickings for you, Hatter, because everybody on there is over 25 years old. Old nasty ass.
Don't do my friend like that.
I can't believe that came out of your mouth, Jimmy. What? Excuse me.
Now you understand. Proceed, Rocky. You know what it was.
It was slim pickings, man.
I got you now. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, Jimmy. I got you.
Don't listen to him.
Remember, it's a certain grade. It's a difference between baby oil and lotion. He's looking for lotion.
We really didn't have a chance to be how we normally are if we were at home.
Okay.
So I feel like I looked crazy and like a fool because that's not how I would look if I were at home. and I had the opportunity to really do things how I did things. So of us ladies, we didn't have our hands on glam squad as the previous shows did. We were hot as hell. It was 200 degrees. We was filming from 12 to 14 hours a day. And those shots, a lot of them were at the end of the day. The makeup was gone. I was looking like a smut puppy. My edges was flared up. But it is what it is. You know I'm beautiful because you get to see me in person. So I like to tell people to know us is to love us and to really see us in person. Come Thursday night to the party and you'll see that it was an amazing group of ladies.
Thank you, Naya. See, in my defense, Naya said, see, maybe Jimmy, they was in the girls that I saw, they were in late production, 200 degrees, and maybe, see, I didn't get a chance to see him like Rashid did. So, of course, but when I saw him on them first 2 episodes, 0.
Yeah, that gives us no justice. I look like shit. Sorry, people that don't trust.
No, it's okay.
So tell me this: in them shows, in shows such as this, what is done? And I know this probably you're never going to get this question nowhere else, but somewhere like the Chop Shop. What do they do? How do they help you guys? Like for those people that may have their breath might be kicking. Come on with it.
You know what?
They kind of left.
I don't think
they had a lot of mess, Jimmy. They had a lot of.
I didn't run into that problem, but you kind of on your own with that.
Yeah, I didn't run into that problem.
But we didn't have that.
The people that picked us, I think they did an amazing job because everybody literally was on point. They looked good. They were successful. They had great conversations. They exuded themselves properly. So,
you know what I was thinking about? Did everybody stay? Hold up. Did everybody had their own room? Rashid?
We stayed in the same room together.
Yes. Who?
All of us.
No, y'all had to have your own room. Y'all had to. Look at Jimmy like, they did? No, she pulling my leg. Because Rashid said it like that. So hold on. All I'm trying to say, did y'all have curfews? So y'all can go, when the cameras ain't running, y'all can go do a little something?
Well, first of all, the cameras are never not running, first of all. They're always running. Unless you're in your room. But yeah, it's always running. And they treat us like grown adults. I mean, we can come and go as we wanted. But, you just have to be mindful that, there's always a microphone. There's always a camera on you. And we stayed under the same roof. I'm sorry. Yeah, except for in your room. Yeah, they couldn't film you in your room.
They can't film you in the room? Okay.
Unless you allow them in there, obviously, unless you give them permission to do so.
I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. That's all.
So how long did the production last? How long were y'all on location?
It depends. It depends. There's no set amount of time.
Long enough.
There are different amounts of time. There you go. Good answer, Naya. Long enough.
Long enough.
Obviously, there's certain things that we can't necessarily answer, but we'll try to give y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And I understand you have NDAs when you're doing these type of projects and of such, and so that's why I was just curious. Now, also want to ask you, Rashid. I mentioned earlier about the coaching. You got out of coaching. Went into the car sales business, and that you mentioned earlier at the Cadillac dealership. And shout out to you because a couple of years back you was at the dealership, and you guys won our largest basketball event that we produced during the season during the year.
Awesome,
You went and got the GM to go and become a sponsor for the Spring Icebreaker.
Right,
and during one of the years. Came and parked the Cadillacs up
I remember that.
At the venue. I had to see the caddies while they coming and going. That's when they had just changed into the new body style for the sedans. And so I want to definitely give you a shout out and give you a salute for looking out for a black-owned business of such. And has this show or this latest project and this latest endeavor, how has that been for your business? For your day-to-day, has it helped? Has it hurt?
To be honest with you, I can't really see a big shift as of right now. We're kind of early on in the process, but that was the difficult part with getting back, and get back to normal. Because I'm not trying to be a movie star. I'm not trying to be an actor. I'm not trying to be a reality star. I like what I do. I like my business, and I want that to grow. So I had to get back into that. And someone just asked the question, since I'm on the show, can they still buy Escalade from me? Absolutely. I just sold an Escalade to the owner of 713 Motoring. So I sell everything now. So not just Escalades, but I still have a direct contact to take care of all the Cadillac needs that you have. But that's a good question. So I'm focused. I'm a car salesman, and I have my own lifestyle brand, and that's what I'm focused on. And I went on there for the right reasons, not trying to look to be on TV. Now, if those things happen and it makes sense for me, by all means, I'm not shutting that down. But yeah, I'm focused on my car sales and my car concierge business and my brand.
I got a question, Rashid. Have you came across a TB12 Aston Martin yet?
DB?
No, not the DB.
DB12?
No, the TB,
Oh,
the Tom Brady.
No,
the Tom Brady. You remember they made a special one for Tom Brady, a special edition for him.
I forgot about that. I have not. I've seen it only in pictures and videos. I have not.
See, can you find one?
Yeah,
I need to talk to you after this. Huh?
Yeah, and they're coming out. Aston's coming out with an SUV too.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
See, I wanted you to sell me my business truck, but I might have to switch.
Whatever you want, I got you, baby.
I like that. I like that.
Go.
I like that.
I like that. Oh, say that again.
and I was
AMG GT. Yeah, I got. Yeah, you know what? AMG GT. Yeah, have them reach out to me on my email or my social media. But yeah, I've got access to all those. Yeah, definitely. So that's my main focus. That's my main business. I do want to answer a question when y'all get back to me.
No, come on,
I saw
go
somebody
now.
ask me what my because it was a cool question. I want to answer. It's been maybe 20, 30 minutes ago when they asked it. What who's on my Mount Rushmore of Houston athletes? I thought that was a good question.
Yeah, cool. Do your thing.
Does it? I wonder whoever asked that. I wonder, does it have to be someone from Houston or someone who performed here in Houston? But this is what I'll give you from my era. I'm gonna give you high school guys who, to me, from my era when I was playing basketball, on the Mount Rushmore to me back then. One, I'll go Bobby Crawford. Everybody remember Bobby from Eisenhower?
Yeah.
Went to Michigan.
Yeah, McDonald's All-American.
Yeah, McDonald's All-American. You got Gerald Brown at Aldine High School. You got Mike LeBlanc, my boy at Straight. And then when you start getting to obviously you got Clyde. I'll count Akeem as a Houstonian. You've got the late great Moses. I definitely put him on the Mount Rushmore. If we're talking, Houston guys, if we're able to use those guys, I would definitely say Warren Moon, Earl Campbell, the Tyler Rosie. He's from Tyler. But if I could put all those people in a Houston bag, I would definitely do that.
Did you say LeBlanc? Is that Jalen LeBlanc's dad, Jimmy?
That's Isaiah LeBlanc.
Isaiah LeBlanc. That's his dad. Oh, he was like that? I didn't know because I'd never seen him play.
Yeah, Mike could play.
Okay.
Mike could go. So look, I remember Jimmy probably remember this. This is back when Houston had the Chronicle and the Post. So I can't remember which one, but one of those named Gerald Brown is Mr. Basketball in the city, and the name Mike LeBlanc. And I remember we was at Klein Forest. We played Mike LeBlanc. It was Mike LeBlanc, the big kid who ended up going to UConn with him, the big 7-footer, 6'10" guy.
Jake Bosco.
Jake Bosco.
Okay.
They was on that team, and Lil Calvin was on that team. And so we played them. We were number 2 in the city behind Omar Sneed, and then was at Beaumont. They was counting them number 1 for some reason. They was way in Beaumont. We was number 2. We started out, and then we played them in the Crusader Classic, the Holiday Classic. I was a sophomore at the time. And we played them in double or at least triple overtime at Straight Judgment. I know they cheated the hell out of us. I'm gonna say it right now. It was home crowd advantage. You had everybody that was in there, all the pro scouts. I'll never forget. I'm a sophomore. I'm like, I see Rudy T in there, in there. You seeing Matt Bullard. You seeing all these pros, all these. Man, that was a great game. It took us like 2 or 3 overtimes. But yeah, Mike could go. Mike played at UConn.
I did not
but
know that.
Mike got to UConn, and they recruited Rip Hamilton, and they played the same position.
I did.
Mike ended up transferring to Vanderbilt, I think.
I did not know that, man. I'm glad. Thanks, man. Yeah. I never knew that. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, and
so that's my my era and some of the legends.
Okay.
And once again, Rashid explained. They might have missed it. Tell them what high school you started at back in your high school days.
Klein Forest. I went to Klein Forest High School. Graduated in '97, and I played basketball at Alabama A&M University in the SWAC.
There you go, man. Shout out to the HBCUs. Naya, what sport did you play in school, or was you the cheerleader or the majorette?
I ran track.
Okay.
So I did hurdles and I did the 200 relay, single, and I did 800 hurdles.
Okay.
Really?
These legs are super long. I'm tall, so hurdles are not a problem. Hurdles was not a problem.
What high school did you start at in track?
Star or start?
Star.
Both.
Or star, right? In track. What high school?
Yeah. I went to Edgewater High School in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
And I graduated high school at LaPorte. Don't tell nobody.
LaPorte.
I went to LaPorte my senior year.
Say, I know what LaPorte went undefeated back in the late 80s.
Was I even born? Let me.
What class was that?
So I graduated in '96. I wouldn't say that I was a star in track. I'm more of a star in other ways. Track was just something that I did so I could be out of the house because my daddy didn't play that.
What's the other ways you was starring? Since you say you was starring,
just being Naya.
Okay.
Being me.
I just wanted to know because you said I was a star in other words. You know, I'm a good listener, so I just wanted to ask that.
Yes. No, I did do a lot of plays, and I was in drama, so I'm very good at being dramatic.
Okay. What you say, Rashid?
I said somebody asked if me and Naya go out on a date. You're gonna have to watch the show to find that one out.
I like that. I like that. They on a date right now.
They trying that, but hey, the boom boom room undefeated now. Also, now another question one of the guests asked you, Rashid, is how can we learn more about your car business?
What they say?
They ain't saying that. How can they learn more about your car business, Rashid?
I'm on the name of the actual dealership. I have my dealer's license. It's a dealership called Level Luxury Automotive.
Okay.
So it's levelluxuryauto.com.
Okay.
I don't have my contact on there. Levelluxuryauto.com. We're just building that, but it's up now. And you can contact me there. And obviously you can contact me on social media at Rashid_ the Car God. Car God is God is spelled GAWD. And then I'll give everybody my email address right now. It's Rashid at levelluxuryauto.com. And that's probably the best way to reach me. My email, Rashid at levelluxuryauto.com. And I can help you with, all your vehicle needs, new or used. And I also buy cars as well. So if you've got something that you want to get rid of, you want to sell, I can get on that as well.
Wow. Now you have it, of course, guys, and we are getting ready to land the plane for the day. You know what, the Chop Shop, one thing about it, I tell people all the time, this is indeed the best 120 minutes of your day. Yeah. We are your midday sports happy hour. You never know what you're going to get on the Chop Shop. One thing, as you guys know on your show, Ready to Love, The Last Resort, the Chop Shop, we're unscripted as well. There's no pre-production meeting. There's no tic-tacs laying on the table. So however you spit it, that's however you flowing on the Chop Shop. There's no producer with some poster boards or teleprompter letting us know what. There's none of that. Chop Shop is straight unscripted. 2 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. That is, and we've grown, and glad that you guys can be a part of this Women Rock Wednesday show, whereas we are the #1 urban sports talk show in the United States of America, the Chop Shop. And so we thank you guys so much. Also, Naya, invite the viewers out to come and watch the next episode of Ready to Love and what they expect to see on Friday night.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for the invite. I am so honored to finally grace the stage of Women Rock Wednesday to represent for the ladies today. You can catch us. I want y'all to make sure y'all watch this show because it's going to be some interesting twists and turns. Like I'm building a little fan base now, but y'all might not like me by the time the end of this thing. But anyway, Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on the OWN network. And I can also be reached at thenayaelle.com. That's thenayaelle.com. And it will give you a rundown of my 5011 jobs.
Do that again, Naya, because I know some people asking where can they find you. They want to know where you're shopping, all that kind of stuff.
My Instagram handle is The Undeniable One, which is true. I'm undeniable. But my name is in there. So it's TheDenyable1. That's Instagram. And my website is www.thenayaelle. That's TheNyyaelle.com. I can be reached there as well.
5011 dozen jobs. Somebody just wrote that 5011 dozen. but
5011.
But if you
guys, of course, we are at the end of the road on today's episode broadcast of the Chop Shop. Once again, we thank Rasheed Floyd. We thank Naya for joining us, and it was a great convo with you guys. Awesome. That's how we roll. We don't do interviews. We have convos on the Chop Shop. Hey, shout out to all the Scorpios out there. It's going down tomorrow. Don't forget, Rasheed is giving his birthday bash over off Kirby Drive. That's at the let me get the
new Crimson Lounge. It's Lumen and Crimson. Let me get that.
Oh, the old Lumen. Oh, the old Lumen.
Lumen Crimson. You know, we're on the white side. You know, where all the white leather, white.
Yeah, on the opposite. Okay.
On the opposite side of that.
Got you. I got you. Now, what is you doing, baby?
Tearing up stuff. She's trying to get to that. She's trying to get to that glass, that bottle of red she was sipping on. She's trying to get that thing going.
5220 Kirby. 5220 Kirby.
5220. I know exactly where you're at.
5220 Kirby on Thursday evening. You guys can go out and help Rasheed and meet some of the cast.
Yeah, a lot of my castmates are going to be there for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Almost 90% have already kind of told me, and RCP said they're coming. So it'll be a good time. Again, you must wear your mask, and we're going to be safe, and we're going to have a good time before, we might have to shut it down after this. Things are getting a little dicey out there.
Yeah.
But we're going to be super safe. We're going to be above board. Just come out, just come in for a little bit. Say hello, whoever you want to see. Come out for a little while. But I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be safe.
Do I need to smuggle my own personal flask in there? Or
no, man.
No, it's not that kind of party. You good.
I got my own flask.
Keep your flask.
Wait. And listen, those of you, like Rob, we know how Rob like to be. When you see Rob out, Rob like to be VIP, live in his section with his athlete friends and all this kind of stuff.
Don't tell him.
So if you want to come out and be even more socially distant,
you can get a section.
Okay.
Sections are only $100. That's what I'm saying. We're not trying to kill anybody. Sections are $100, and everything else is free.
Hold up.
Thursday night during the pandemic.
I got a rich friend on this show. I know, save him a section. I got a rich friend that's on this show that's down there to the bottom. Like he down there. Wait a minute. He down right over there. Yeah. Save him $100 section.
I'm gonna share the link one more time. The link.
How many sections you got? I might buy all the damn sections. Here you mean?
I tried to tell you. Wait a minute. He right there. Where he at? Right there. Yeah. He might buy the whole. He might buy the bar. Jimmy, buy the bar tomorrow, man. Please.
Yeah. Julie, put the invite link on there, please, Julie. Well, look, here's the invite, y'all. Oh wow, Wood Forest. The link is ScorpioBallHouston.eventbrite.com.
Boy, you
ScorpioBallHouston.eventbrite.com.
I'm coming out the bar. I'm coming out the bar.
You done had already. Drinks had a couple shots.
No, yeah, Jimmy ready tonight though. Hey, tomorrow night it's on because he's celebrating his birthday because we didn't have Jimmy. That's gonna be your birthday tomorrow night too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scorpio season.
I'm in there. Where my mask at? I'm gonna wear a hazmat suit in that joint. You feel me? Yeah.
Hey, you already know, guys. But anyway, man, it's been fun. We got to run. It's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Wednesday. We'll see you guys in 22 hours. Guess what we got tomorrow? We got one of the legends of grassroots basketball. I'm talking about the legends especially when it comes to black men who helped pave the road for a lot of people that are in the pros, including LeBron James. We got Chris Rivers coming with a candid conversation. You know, he's down and he's doing a lot of big things nowadays. We're going to talk with Chris, the former executive with Adidas basketball, and he's going to join us tomorrow and chop it up with us on the Chop Shop. You guys make sure, spread the word, share the show. We're back with you guys tomorrow. We up out of here. Peace. Chop Shop.
We out.
Thank y'all.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in